And look, I'm keeping real with y'all. These people are trying to play in our faces. Let this would have been 15 black officers and 2 black nurses. These officers and nurses would have been in prison the same day. Their trial will be the next week. Their mugshot will be all over Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, hell, Pinterest too. Their mugshot will be all over. People making YouTube videos about them all day. But when it comes to Caucasian officers, we can't have an arrest. This happened December the 10th, and we still have no arrest. I have to go online or ask people to find these pictures to put their faces up. So when it comes to me making these videos, it's not go stop, because I want y'all to keep that same energy y'all have towards us. And like I always say, let's be real. If you was to get in trouble with the law, they gonna have you blasted everywhere. Your mugshot gonna be everywhere. So we want that same energy, or I'm just keep posting the pictures myself. And at the end of this video, I really want to show y'all something, because you won't believe this shit. But let's get right into this article. Article 6 News, WRGB Albany. It was published Monday, January 27, 2025 at 6:43 p.m. by Sam Israel. Protesters rally at Capitol calling for reforms following death of inmate Robert Brooks. Albany, New York calls for justice echoed through the state capitol Monday as protesters, advocates, and lawmakers gathered to demand prison reform in response to the death of Robert Brooks, who was fatally beaten at Marcy Correctional Facility nearly 2 months ago. 15 correctional officers and 2 nurses were suspended without pay following the incident, and 1 officer resigned, but demonstrators say those measures fall short. So February 9th will be 2 whole months with no arrest. And I'm like, wait, Attorney General Letitia James been very quiet. So I said, let me go to her Instagram account, and I saw this. She had nothing posted up about Robert Brooks. She posted nothing. I mean, when he passed away on December 10th, she posted nothing. But she had the audacity. Her last post was to, I'm going to say, Anne Frank's people. She can post Anne Frank's people, but when it comes to her people, she can't post them. Look. So you can post Anne Frank's people history, but when it comes to your people being unalive, you can't post them. You can't say anything about them. That's why I told y'all these people are controlled. But we go get into black politicians later on in this video. During the rally, protesters chanted "No justice, no peace" as State Senator Julia Salazar, a Democrat from Brooklyn, joined advocates in condemning violence in prisons. Can anyone imagine? And I'm not gonna say the K word, because YouTube, they gonna try to take your channel away by saying that. So I'm gonna say, can anyone imagine unaliving someone at work and thinking we can get away with it? Salazar asked. And I'm going to say this to the protesters. Never trust politicians. They not on your side. All these people are on the same team. They only pretending to be on your side to keep you calm, because they tired of the marching. They tired of the YouTube videos. They tired of the articles. So they have to, think of a way to keep you calm. They don't want you going crazier. And then she proposed 3 bills, that's supposed to help prisoners. But let's sit back and think. Name me in the comment section. Name me any bill that's for prisoners or for black men or for black people as a whole. If there has ever been any bill passed for black men, prisoners, or black people as a whole, please put it in the comment section, because I want to know. When they say these politicians propose a bill, it sounds good on paper. And I'm not going to read the bills that she proposed. I'm going to put them in the description so y'all can read them, because I think it's disrespect, to try to play us like that. Like I say, never trust politicians. Salazar and more than 30 other state legislators recently sent a letter to Governor Kathy Hochul urging her to use executive powers to shut down Marcy Correctional Facility, where Brooks was unalived by 2 nurses and 15 correctional officers. As Monday, the facility remains open and no arrests have been made in connection with Brooks' death. And look, I'm going to keep it real. Anything that benefits black people, that helps black people, Governor Kathy Hochul not going to pass that bill. She's not even going to read that bill. You want to know how I know? Because we got black women that's being unalived by doctors, by hospitals, and these doctors getting off scot-free. And she had a chance to help the families out to sign a bill, and she didn't. And these families have been advocating for her to sign that bill, to pass that act for the longest, and she still hasn't. So you think If we got black women being unalived by doctors in hospital, you think she about to pass a bill for some black prisoners? Hell no. And look, just like I promised y'all, this shit gets even more crazier. So this is from a different article, same company, WRGB. It was published Friday, January 24th, 2025 by Tom Esheen. State lawmaker Eddie Gibbs describes overnight stay inside Marcy Correctional Facility. So I said, wait, you had a lawmaker decide he wanted to spend the night in the same prison that Mr. Robert Brooks was unalived in. He wanted to spend the night to try to form some type of peace. And then I read this. He said, I'm sitting at the office one day and I'm thinking, what can I do to humanize this situation, to humanize the system, humanize the staff, humanize the incarcerated individuals? And I said, well, go spend a night. Let me spend a night in Marcy and let's see what happens. Gibbs said. Guys started cooking and, we played chess and cards. We talked about legislation, but more importantly, we talked about safety. We talked about things to prevent this from happening again and the lingering fear in the facility because you still have officers there who commit awful acts. And look, y'all, it gets worse. Every prison I tour, I always go in and exit with the message. Every officer is not bad, despite the situation, Gibbs said. So you telling me a lawmaker, wait, and I had to go to his Instagram page and, just to see how his Instagram looks. And then I pulled this up. This man, when, Mr. Robert Brooks was unalive, he posted nothing. He said nothing. And then I saw that he was in Rikers Island for some years. And that's how, after he got out of Rikers Island, they cut his time. He got out of Rikers Island. And that's when he became a politician. I'm like, oh, they got him controlled. He's a puppet. So you trying to tell me as a politician, as a state lawmaker, you gonna tell us you decided to stay in the prison so you can humanize with the guards, so you can humanize with the prisoners? What are you talking about? You're doing everything. These people doing everything but arresting these officers. Do people come to the hood and try to humanize with us? Do they come to the hood and try to humanize with our people? No, they come in blazing. They don't ask no questions. They want to arrest anybody. These officers beat Mr. Robert Brooks for 30 minutes straight on footage, on video. And you talking about humanizing? What are you talking about, dude? And look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he ever stayed in, Marcy facility because I'm going to put the video in description. I want y'all to watch his body language. As he talking, he's looking down. He's looking left and right. He can't make eye contact with the man that's interviewing him because he's lying. Dude, you did not stay in no prison. Those dudes would have beat your ass. And then you go say every officer is not a bad officer. How? Point me to one officer that said anything about Robert Brooks that came forward and said, oh, those guys was wrong. None. You don't see no officer in this country saying anything about Mr. Robert Brooks and taking up for his side. So in my opinion, they all bad. See, these people doing anything because they want the protests to stop. They want the marches to stop. They want the YouTube videos to stop. They want people to stop talking about this. And they want us to go back to the old days where we used to just, stuff happen and we move on with life. But this not happening with that because I feel like if we let this go, if we let 18 officers and nurses get away with beating a black man on video and getting away with it, what else they gonna do? What else they gonna get away with? And to Mr. Eddie Gibbs, you don't have no power. You, Letitia James, the mayor, Eric Adams, y'all have no power. The only power y'all have is when it comes to attacking us. When y'all want to, flex your muscles, y'all come attack us. Y'all come arrest us. No, flex your muscles now. Flex your muscles on those officers that unalive Mr. Robert Brooks. That's the time to flex, but y'all can't do that. Y'all can only attack your own kind. And just like I said in the comment section, I want y'all to put any bill, any act that was passed for black people, black men, or black prisoners in whole. Put it in the comment section that benefited black people, that benefited black men. You won't find it, but I want you to put it in the comment section because these people think they can trick us with words. Oh, you got 3 bills. You propose 3 bills. Okay, you do it every time. But your master, Kathy Hochul, is not going to pass that. You tried to get a bill passed already, and they denied it. Y'all have no power. They just have y'all, as props, your puppets. That's all y'all are. And like I say, every week I'm making videos about these officers because, like I say, if it was us, if you was to get in trouble, they not letting this go. You gonna be on probation for 60 years. Your pictures gonna be blasted everywhere. You will have to go see a probational officer. They not letting you off. They not showing no grace. So when it comes to me, I'm not showing no grace. I don't show no forgiveness. I don't care about that shit. And the last thing I'm gonna say to the protesters: do not trust these politicians. I see y'all have them speaking up for y'all, talking for y'all. That's cool, but don't trust them because they all on the same team. I'm out.